Hey guys, it's Dave here. It is almost 9 o'clock tonight here on Monday. We don't have a team call this Monday, but I was talking to Kristen tonight in our bedroom when I got home from work, and I just been doing a lot of thinking and I always try to figure out, how can I say, what is the pulse of the team, what's going on, and what's some things that maybe I went through that I can internalize, hey Desiree, that I can internalize and in terms relate to things that I see going on that will lead people to success. So this is what I want to cut to. I put in the topic, and hey Heather, hey Jessica, I put the subject in this is knowledge, then after that applied knowledge to execution to success. And what I mean by that, those are the steps as a coach that most people, hey Miguel, have to go through in order to be a successful coach. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to say that step one, where is knowledge, I'm going to say that a lot of coaches right now, because we have a lot of new coaches right now that we have, whether in private message threads, new coaches that are joining, we have a lot of coaches that are in the knowledge phase. And what I mean by that is they're plugging into the Coach Basics trainings, they're going on the team website, they're getting on team calls, they're taking good notes, and they're just becoming a sponge of learning everything that there's possibly to learn about the business. But what happens is if you stay there too long, you're going to have all this information. It's like, eventually you take the class, and even though you may not be ready, you still graduate college, and then you go in the real world and you have to learn to face trials and tribulations and struggles in that new job that you have, and you have to get comfortable with it, but you take what you learned, the knowledge you learned, and you start applying it. So I think, a lot of coaches are in the knowledge phase. You're getting all the information, but the next step is to actually apply what you're learning. And I think so often the issue with coaches getting from knowledge to applying what they're learning is, and I remember myself, is we wait till we think we need to know everything in order to start. We wait till we think we need to know everything in order to start inviting. Or we wait till we think we go through all of the Coach Basic training to just start engaging with people. And that is something that will keep people and stop people from the success. It's that saying I say, don't let the start stop you. The real start, guys, is not in the knowledge phase, it's in the applied knowledge phase. It's when you take the information that you learn, and even though you're not feeling you know it all, you then apply it. Because if you know your why, you'll find your way. And what I mean by that is if you know why you're a coach and you know why you want to build this business, you will always figure out the way in order to do it. But you can't stay, like I say, in phase one. I mean, you can't stay in the knowledge phase and not apply it. Now, the next phase is there's coaches now that are applying it. And there's coaches that are starting to invite. But then the difference between those coaches and the coaches that are executing is the coaches that are inviting, that have people that are saying back to them like, I'll let you know, or you know what, I have to think about it. Or, it's the coaches that get on one team call and I'm going to miss the next team call, the next two team calls. You know what, I'm busy with this, so I'm not going to go to super weekend. Like, that difference between applied knowledge and execution is the difference between tasting a little bit of success, because you may apply the knowledge, you may invite some people, family and friends, and they may buy a challenge pack and you may make a little bit of money, right? Because now you're applying the knowledge. But those coaches that are truly executing are the ones that when somebody says, let me think about it, they have it organized and they're following up 2 days later. It's the coaches that are looking ahead and saying, all right, I see when Summit is, I see when Super Weekend is, I'm going to shuffle around and get babysitters. I know it's going to require sacrifices, but I know if I want something I never had, I got to be willing to do something I never done. So I have to make some sacrifices because they're in the execution stage. And the execution stage is you don't take no's as a no and like you stop. You take it as a not right now. You don't take, not signing up as many people as you want as like, oh my God, I'm not doing well. So like all of a sudden you stop. You look at that failure is part of the process. The difference between people that are very successful and the people that aren't very successful is those that are very successful are just willing to fail more. Those that are much more successful are just willing to go over a lot more obstacles than than you're going over, right? So you have to recognize, you have to ask yourself and self-audit yourself. Am I in the knowledge phase? Am I in the phase that I'm showing up to all the team calls? I signed up for the team website. I've been through Coach Basics. I'm in the message pods. I'm watching everything that's going on. I'm reading all the messages. And then at the end of the day, you feel exhausted from working your business, right? The thing, though, is you really didn't work your business because all you're doing is consuming content. Like, you have to get out of that. You have to stop consuming and realize you're never going to know it all. Heck, I'm still learning. And then you need to go to the applied knowledge phase. And then when you're in the applied knowledge phase, you need to actually be doing the work that you're learning. But then you have to recognize that people are going to say no. Like, think about life and think about success or your own job. Like, everything worthwhile is uphill. Everything. Like John Maxwell teaches that. You'll never hear somebody say, oh my God, I was so successful. I'm going to use this. I'm a 5-star Diamond Elite coach. And it was just, I coasted right there. I coasted to making, $1,000 to $2,000 a week. It just happened. Everybody said yes. Like, that doesn't happen. So you have to go from knowledge, then you have to start applying it. When you execute it, you don't take no for an answer. Like, you literally have set your mind. You've already accepted in your head, I'm going to be successful in this. Like, you have to have that mind, switch, that mind shift, that I'm going to succeed in this and I have a no matter what mindset. Like, and when you have that flip of the switch, then when people say no, like, it just rolls off your back. When you have something going on, you're just going to figure it out because you, in your mind, like, you realize that if I want this to be a 6-figure business, I need to treat it like a 6-figure business. Or ask yourself, if you want to make $1,000 a week, right? So that's what, $52,000 a year. If you were your own boss, right now, would you fire yourself? And you have to ask yourself that. Would I fire myself? If I want to make $1,000 a week, am I, with the work and activities that I'm putting in every day, would I be firing myself if I was my own boss? All right. And you can change that to whatever figure it is. If you're somebody that just, I just want to make $100 every 4 months, well, then you probably can just stay in the applied knowledge phase. You could take the knowledge and apply it a little bit. But if you really want to get somewhere and you get in the execution stage and you want to make big money, you have to say, am I putting in the effort to match what I think I should be paid? You can't say I'm going to put in that effort when I get there. You have to treat it at that level of business now. And in my head, I have to treat this business that I want to make this $1 million a year business. So in my head, I have to work as if it's $1 million business right now, right? And the last phase, guys, is success. Because if you take the knowledge and then you apply the knowledge, and then on top of applying it, you actually execute it, and then from executing it, you go all in, you will reach the success pinnacle. And the success pinnacle is when you're going to reap the rewards of getting on the big vacations with Beachbody, making the quarterly bonuses, rank advancing because you're developing other leaders, so you're getting to Star Diamond and beyond, right? So you're making the Star Diamond. You're making, you're creating an income that maybe surpassed or matches or gets close to the income you're making now, maybe working full time, and now you're in the success phase. And then from there, it's like Kristen and I are trying to mentor other people like you guys to get through the pinnacle, the levels to get to the success phase, right? And I can tell you it's a lot more fun and a lot more things and joy that you get out of this opportunity up here than staying in the knowledge phase or in the applied knowledge phase and dabbling, right? And then to the execution phase, and then it takes you to the success phase. So, and I see some of you guys saying this, some of the comments, like Desiree agreed, Kendra, this is my struggle, waiting until I feel like I've got it all together before I start. I need just to go for it. Yes. And Barbara, yes, this is what I need to hear. Yes, guys, I think, and I'm saying this because I'll be honest, don't think that you are alone. I think that a lot of coaches, probably the majority of coaches right now, are sitting in that phase. And I'm letting you know that if you want to be in a different place 30 days from now, that the only thing that needs to change is you. It has nothing to do with the systems, nothing to do with the trainings that we have, or you may, that, or lack thereof resources. It always comes down to, as Tony Robbins says, it's a lack of resourcefulness, meaning the resources are there. You guys have the trainings, you have the website, you have the training pods. Are you being resourceful to go out and execute? Are you being resourceful to go from knowledge to applied knowledge and from applied knowledge to execution? Because if you do that, this business holds no prejudice. This business, it won't stop anybody from succeeding. Those that put in the work and those that are executing will always be successful. That's it. Like for me, in my head, it's like Success Club is in my mind. I've already made up. It's a non-negotiable. It doesn't matter. And things have changed. Guys, a year and a half ago, I wasn't even basically on Instagram. And I grew it now to 18,000 followers today. And pretty much 99% of my business is through Instagram. Why? Because a year and a half ago, I knew that was the platform where people needed to be. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what Instagram stories were doing. I didn't know how to, do hashtags. But what did I know? Just do it. Like the Nike saying, I can't stay in the knowledge phase. And you know what? Nobody knew at the time. It was just a matter of figuring it out. I just did it. And as I failed, I learned. And as I fail now, I learn, because the best way you learn is by the failures you make, not by your successes that you have. So you just have to embrace the failure, and you will only get that if you're applying the knowledge, but you have to get in the execution mindset that you're going to succeed no matter what. And once you get there, success is going to happen. So I need all of you on here, and Lisa, yes, great. I need all of you on here to get out of the watching phase. Stop being the window watchers. It's like we have those people that are watching us talk about our challenge groups or talk about what we do with these programs. And all the next thing you know, they message you and they've been watching you for 6 months or a year. Those are the window watchers. They're watching your posts and they're window watchers. Don't be a window watcher coach, right? Don't be a window watcher coach. Get out of it. This is a fun business. You're not only changing your life, but other people. And you can make a lot of money, guys. It will blow your mind. And for those of you that are going to Summit for the first time, you're going to realize this. But you need to get out of your own way and get through the phases. So again, in summary, and I'm ending because I'm going on, knowledge phase, you're just taking and consuming all the information with everything we have to offer. And that's all you're doing because you're waiting for things to be perfect. It will never be perfect. You're never going to know it all. Applied knowledge, the next phase is when you actually start doing things, what you're learning. But as soon as you get a no, or you get somebody that's I'll let you know, or, I don't have to make it. You're half in, half out. I'll maybe make the team calls. I'll maybe make super weekend. If somebody says no, maybe I'll find time to work the business. You're applying the knowledge, but you're half in. You can't, and then you really don't want to be there either, but it's a start. If you can get there tomorrow, it's a start. Then the execution stage is you're treating this business as if it is already paying you what you want it to be. So if you want to build this to $100,000 a year, you're working as if you're getting paid, right? That $2,000 a week right now, and self-audit yourself if you're doing that. And then if you do that, guys, the pinnacle will happen. It's not going to happen by accident. It will happen naturally. So guys, I hope this video is of value to you. I wanted to share this with you because I think there's levels and I want you guys all to up yourselves to where you are. You could totally do it. It's never going to be the perfect time, the perfect moment, or the perfect opportunity. It's about creating it for yourself, creating it for your family, creating for whoever it is, your why, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. So guys, have a great night. I went on for 15 minutes, but I'm going to post this video because I see some people said, yes, this was a big help. So I'll post it on, guys. And please drop your comments below. Say, David, I've been there, but I'm committing to going here. Or I've been there and I'm committing to going there. Talk about it. Let's get in there, right? Get out of your own way and let's go for it. You're absolutely welcome. It was helpful. Awesome, Miguel, guys. Have a great night. Love you guys. Bye-bye.